note in. Put a little note in there for everybody. Just simply says, good morning all, welcome. Join me as I do my morning stretches, Saturday weights, play some trivia, and answer your questions. Fan me and let's talk. That's basically what I put on there. Happy Saturday to everybody. Let's say hello to the 3 Z's this morning. Zachary, Zoe, and of course, there's Zoe. I got this. And Z and Zach. They're going to hang out while we get some weights done, get stretching done, and get this day started. Hopefully everybody can see fairly well from there. I would think so. Yep, should work. Anyhow, while we're waiting for folks to join us, I think we're going to go ahead and get some stretching done. Listen to some tunes. And I got to give me some little something for my... Tell me before I get going here, who's joined us already? Hey, Aaron. Happy Saturday, bud. Going to get some stretching done here in a minute. First, I'm going to go get me another cup of coffee, a little bit of carbohydrates, a little bit of energy. It is a Saturday weights day for me. I do weights on Saturdays, Mondays, and Thursdays. That way I've got the time off in between for recovering. How you doing today, Aaron? Having a good Saturday? Yeah, hope so. The gang's all here, as you probably remember. The 3 Z's. Zoe, Zachary, Zeke. Oh, just being very patient this morning, huh? Being very patient, waiting for Dad to get something accomplished so we can go for a WALK. I don't dare say the word out loud, because if I say the word out loud, they know the word, and they're going to automatically think that it's time to do that. And of course, you get a dog all excited about something and then not follow up. They have a tendency to get a little bit irritated with you. Zoe pouts when she doesn't get her way. I'm going to put on a little Vivaldi and get some stretching done after I grab a quick cuppa. One is just not enough. You know what I mean? Anyhow, I'm going to put on a little Vivaldi. Give me about 2 minutes while I go get another cup of coffee. Alexa, play Summer by Vivaldi. On the entire...
the 4 seasons.
Alexa,
Summer.
stop. I want it to play on both of my Amazon Echoes, the one here and the one up in my dining kitchen room area. That way when I'm playing tunes, you know, it plays all over the house. Alexa, play Summer by Vivaldi on the Everywhere music group.
Vivaldi The Four Seasons, Summer, Ai Presto, by Antonio Vivaldi, playing on the Everywhere group.
This way I can enjoy it while I go up and get my coffee. You be patient, I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Once you round up a few more folks. Think of a good question to hit me up with today, Aaron. I mean, it's ask questions. Let's do it. I'll be right back. Alright, it wasn't that long. Good stuff, dude. Seriously. Good for you, too. Not too much, but coffee's good for you. Oh, so good. Seriously. So good. A little bit of carbohydrates. I love these. These are the no sugar added ones. And there's all kinds of them out there, and they're not just for kids. Well, I'm a big kid anyway. But awesome. I mean, it's got apple, pineapple, banana, puree, no sugar added. Those are the ones you got to get, the no sugar added ones. I was teaching a lady yesterday how to read nutrition labels. That's one of the things I do as a health coach and a personal trainer. Nutrition is 75% of what keeps us healthy. 75% our diet and 25% exercise, activity. Take it from an old fat guy, I remember. Of course, anytime I eat anything, you know who's watching me every second. All three of them. Zoe's smart enough to understand when I'm making a smoothie. Just getting the ingredients together, she knows what I'm up to as soon as she sees me grab the blender. Because she gets some. I give her some of my smoothie. Who's joined us this morning? Who's on board? Hey, Mike. Seriously, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to do some stretching here in a minute. I am an ACE certified health coach, so they pay me $35 to $50 an hour normally for health coaching advice. My specialties are weight loss. I help people lose weight. I was 110 pounds heavier myself at one time. I help people quit smoking. That's my give back for free this year. If you still smoke cigarettes, I smoked for 31 years, from 15 to 46. Yeah, I didn't do myself any favors. Anyhow, just munching on it, enjoying some quick carbohydrates before we get busy doing some stretching. If you guys want to play Lice Water, I think you both have been on here before while we play Lice Water, let me know. Or if you want to try a different trivia game, we can do that too. In fact, let me have Alexa give us a list of the skills I got available. Alexa, what skills have I got available?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Let's try that again. Alexa, what are my skills?
Here are a few of your enabled skills. First is screen test, movie quote quiz. Alexa plays 5 movie clips. You guess the movies. Do you want to open it?
No.
Okay, next is guess the celebrity. It's a fun quiz on famous celebrities. Alexa asks you 10 questions and you can try to guess the celebrity. At the end of the game, it will give you the score. Do you want to open it?
No.
Okay, next is Codename Cygnus. An airplay spy thriller story you play with your voice. Do you want to open it?
No.
Okay, do you want to hear a few more?
Yes.
All right, here are a few more of
We'll
your
find
enable
one we like.
skills. First is Lie Swatter. Lie Swatter TM, the hard to believe, voice activated,
This one's
true
fun.
or false trivia game from Jackbox Games. Do you want to open it?
Sure.
Greetings. Welcome to Lie Swatter.
Alright, I'm going to get some stretches done, you guys. You can get up and join me. I got to get warmed up and
seeming statements. After each, say
stretched
truth
out before I
or
get some
lie.
weights done.
Let's begin.
We'll play Lie Swatter in the
Saxophone is
meantime.
French for slutty trumpet.
Repeat that.
Saxophone is French for slutty trumpet.
Lie. Come on.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Craziness.
Lisa Simpson's saxophone music was recorded by John Coltrane.
True.
You say truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie. Alan Greenspan was a professional saxophonist.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
The head of our Fed, the ex-head of our Fed.
The saxophone was banned in Nazi Germany for being too sexy.
Lie.
You say lie.
Stretch with me, you guys.
But you were wrong. It's true.
Whoa. You learn something every
Kenny
day.
G held a note for 45 minutes on a saxophone.
Lie.
You say lie.
45 minutes?
But you were wrong. It's true.
45 minutes? One note?
Saxophonists are twice as likely to die from lung cancer.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie.
Finally.
A Harvard study found that women were more likely to orgasm while a saxophone solo played.
Repeat that.
A Harvard study found that women were more likely to orgasm while a saxophone solo played.
I'm going to say true. I hope so.
True. But you were wrong.
Oh,
It's a lie.
wouldn't that have been great?
Okay, we've done all 7.
I got
You
creamed.
scored 2 points.
I got creamed.
Some games just
Hope you
aren't
guys
gonna
did
go your
better.
way.
You can play along,
Would you
you know.
like to play again?
Sure. Toe touches. Let's go.
Greetings. Welcome to Lie Swatter, the voice-activated true or false trivia game. I'm going to share
As far
7
down as you can go.
impossible-seeming statements. After each,
We're doing
say
10.
truth or lie. Let's get started. Lucy was endorsed by the American Psychiatric Association.
Repeat that.
Lucy was endorsed by the American Psychiatric Association.
True. I'm guessing Lucy from Charlie Brown. True.
I'm having some trouble understanding you. Answer truth or lie. Lucy was endorsed by the American Psychiatric Association.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. But you were wrong. It's
Oh, well.
a lie.
She always played the football.
Charlie Brown had Snoopy neutered in 1974.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Charlie Brown was voiced by a young Chase in A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. Charlie Brown had a friend named 555-95472.
Lie.
You answered lie. And you were wrong.
Whoa.
It was true.
Huh.
Charlie Brown was killed off for a year in 1967.
True.
You seem to think this one's true.
I'm guessing.
But you were wrong. It's a lie.
Wrong guess. Elbows.
You're a Good Man, Charlie
To the
Brown
back.
is the most produced musical ever.
Lie.
You say lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
Are you kidding me?
Charlie Brown has an imaginary friend named Howard who regularly steals his shirt.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Finally.
Let's hear your final score.
Not
You
too
scored
good.
3 points.
Not on Charlie
But
Brown.
you still seem like a great person. Would you like to play again?
Sure.
Well, hello there. It's time to play Lie Swatter, the crazy true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 impossible-seeming statements. After each, say
Roll the
true
hips.
or lie. Let's get started. Yankee candles were banned in 1860s Georgia.
True.
You seem to think this one's true.
Civil War.
And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
Oh well.
The Cincinnati Reds were called the Maroons during the Red Scare of the 1950s.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie.
I mean, the McCarthy era was weird, but not that weird.
Confederates referred to the North Star as Honors Light during the U.S. Civil War.
True.
You answered truth. But you were wrong. It's a lie. During World War I, patriotic Americans called sauerkraut Liberty cabbage.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. But you were wrong. It's true. In
I'm getting
1776,
you guys.
Americans called English muffins Patriot Puffs.
Repeat that. You guys guess.
In 1776, Americans called English muffins Patriot Puffs.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Finally.
During the Vietnam War, some newspapers changed Charlie Brown's name to Johnny Brown.
True.
You answered truth.
Charlie was the
But
nickname
you
for
were
the
wrong. It's
North
a lie.
Vietnamese.
The congressman named French fries to freedom fries later went to prison.
True.
I'm having some trouble understanding you.
You guys?
Answer truth or lie. The congressman who renamed French fries to freedom fries later went to prison.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. You were right. It's true. Let's hear your
Whole
final
ton of people
score.
went to jail
You
during
scored
Watergate.
3 points. But you still seem like a great person. Would you like to play again?
Sure. We're going to do some stretches, necks and shoulders. Follow along. Going to the back first.
Hello. It's time to play Lie Swatter, the unbelievable true or
Just
false
turn your head
trivia
till it's
game.
comfortable.
I'm going to share 7 impossible seeming
Pick an object
statements.
on the wall behind
After
you.
each, say truth or lie.
That
Let's
you can look
begin.
at both ways.
Senator Ted Kennedy had a guest verse on the anti-drug Will Smith song.
True.
You answered truth. But you were wrong. It's a lie. The first U.S. Congresswoman was elected 4 years before all women had the right to vote.
True.
You say truth. Yes, it's true.
Shoulder
Members
rolls.
of the U.S. Congress get a free issue of Hustler every month.
Lie.
You answered lie. And you were wrong.
Get
It
outta
was
here.
true.
How come that's not in the news?
More astronauts have served in the
Seriously.
U.S. Congress than professional athletes.
Repeat that. All congressmen
More
get an issue of
astronauts have
Hustler
served
every
in the
month
U.S.
free?
Congress than professional athletes.
Repeat that. I'm still stuck on the last one.
Yeah, we're going to have to do that again. Answer truth or lie.
I want to talk to my congressman.
More astronauts have served in the U.S. Congress than professional athletes.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
Wow.
Texas has had at least one U.S. congressman named John in office since 1845.
Lie.
You say lie.
To the back.
You were right. That's a lie. Congress was named after founding father Phineas Congress.
Lie. Give me a break.
You answered lie. You were right.
Some
That's
are
a
just
lie.
absurd. Wrist rolls.
U.S. congressmen eat free on Wednesdays at KFCs in Washington, D.C.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie.
The Hustler magazine's bad enough.
Okay, time to hear how you did. You scored 4 points. Good enough if you ask me. Would you like to play again?
Yes.
Hello,
Wrist rolls, you guys.
It's time to play
Working
Lie
on the
Swatter,
computer.
the
This is really good.
True or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 impossible seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie.
Wax on, wax off.
Let's begin. A plush
Elbows.
toy uterus was recalled because the ovaries were a choking hazard.
Repeat that.
A plush toy uterus was recalled because the ovaries were a choking hazard.
True.
You answered truth. Yes, it's true. The Slinky was recalled for being too awesome.
Lie. Come on.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie.
Shoulder rolls.
1 in every 4 toys is eventually recalled.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie.
That would be crazy.
The first toy ever recalled was a plain wooden block.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. A flubber was recalled for causing severe rashes and hair follicle infections.
True.
You say truth.
I know nothing about flubber.
Yes, it's true.
Wow. Other side.
The first
To the
ethnic
back.
Cabbage Patch Kids were recalled for accidentally being white.
Repeat that.
The first ethnic Cabbage Patch Kids were recalled for accidentally being white.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. The game Operation was recalled after electrocuting several small pets.
Lie. I had that one.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right.
It
That's a
wasn't strong
lie.
enough to shock anything.
Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 7 points. Perfect score.
About
Would you
freaking
like
time.
to play again?
Sure. I'm on a roll. Come on, you guys. Hope you're up and with
Well,
me.
hello there.
Shoulder rolls to the
It's
front.
time to play Lie Swatter, the crazy true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 bizarre statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin.
Just roll
Nicolas
up till it
Cage
feels
transported
good.
an entire Scottish castle to Los Angeles.
Repeat that.
Nicolas Cage transported an entire Scottish castle to Los Angeles.
Lie. Nick's crazy, but he's
You
not going to
say
do that.
lie. Yep, that's a lie. Nicolas Cage refuses to eat any green food.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Feels so good.
Nicolas Cage has a Ghost Rider tattoo.
True.
You seem to think this one's true.
Yeah, one drunk
Yes,
night.
it's true. Nicolas Cage is banned for life from the Smithsonian.
Lie.
You answered lie.
Come on.
Yep, that's a lie. Nicolas Cage sued Kathleen Turner for claiming he stole a chihuahua.
True.
You say true.
Let's loosen up these knees.
Yes, it's true.
With me on this. Hands on.
Dog the Bounty Hunter once bailed Nicolas Cage out of jail.
True.
You answered truth. You were right. It's true. Nicolas Cage and Magic Johnson own several Pizza Huts together.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Gonna open up the
Time
hips.
for the final tally. You scored 7 points.
2 sevens
You
in a
really
row.
cleaned up during the perfect game. Would you like to play again?
Sure. More coffee. And a
Hi,
hit.
welcome to Lie Swatter, the true or false trivia game from Jackbox Games. I'm going to share 7 statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. Tom Hanks' brother does the voice of all talking Woody dolls sold in stores.
Lie.
You say lie. And you were wrong. It was true.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Tom Hanks donated $1.2 million to Higgs boson research.
True. Loved it
You
when we
say
discovered
true.
finally the Higgs boson
And you were wrong.
particle.
That one's a lie.
That was recent.
Tom Hanks' name was credited 63 times in the Polar Express.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Coffee.
Tom Hanks was college roommates with Tim Allen.
Lie. Water.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. In the book sequel to Forrest Gump, Forrest meets the actor Tom Hanks.
Lie.
You say lie.
Funny. Let's
But
open
you
up
were
the
wrong.
hips.
It's true.
Really? I don't remember that.
Tom Hanks is a nail polish color.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie. After losing a bet, Tom Hanks must work as a Chili's bartender once a year.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. Brace yourself for your final score. You scored 4 points. I would classify that score as just fine.
Average.
Would you like to play again?
Sure. Remember, you guys, you have any questions, hit me up.
Hello. It's time to play Lie Swatter, the unbelievable true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 bizarre statements. After each, say true or lie. Let's get started. Shark Lake in India has the highest concentration of sharks in the world.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Shark Lake.
Lake Huron was originally named Lake Inferior.
True.
You answered truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
Well, there's a Lake Superior. Why not?
Lake Geneva turns pink every spring.
Could be from algae. Lie.
Yeah, we're going to have to do that again. Answer truth or lie. Lake Geneva turns pink every spring.
Lie.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie. England's Lake Farthing is 6 miles wide but only 3 inches deep.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie.
Nuts.
A lake exploded and killed 1,700 people in 1986.
True.
You say truth. You were right. It's
Yeah. It
true.
was a release of gases that went and killed a whole village.
In the
area.
Philippines, there is an island in a lake on an island in a lake on an island.
True.
You answered truth. Yes, it's true.
It's a big caldera. I was in the Philippines.
There are no natural lakes in Puerto Rico.
Lie.
You answered lie.
One place I haven't been.
And you were wrong. It was true.
No lakes in Puerto Rico? Well, that sucks.
Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 5 points. Pretty good.
All right.
Would you like to play again?
Sure. What haven't we done
Well, hello
stretching
there.
wise?
It's time to play
Ah.
Lie Swatter, the crazy true or
You need to
false
hold
trivia
this
game.
for at least 30
I'm
seconds,
going
you
to
guys.
share 7
At least.
bizarre statements. After each, say true
Hold as long
or
as I
lie.
do.
Let's get started. The creator of Gatorade also made Hoppin' Gator, a beer mixed with Gatorade.
Lie.
You answered lie. And you were wrong.
Really?
It was true.
Beer mixed with Gatorade? Yuck.
Babe Ruth drank a pint of beer between each inning during the 1927 season.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie.
30-second hold on the
Beer
stretch,
wasn't
you guys.
considered an alcoholic drink in Russia until 2011.
Repeat that.
Beer wasn't considered an alcoholic drink in Russia until 2011.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
It has alcohol in it.
Henry Ford insisted his assembly line workers be provided beer during their shifts.
Lie. Turn down the heat. Hold on.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie. A tidal wave of beer killed 9 people in London in 1814.
True. Who's
You
joined us?
say true.
Who's joined us? Who's joined us?
Yes, it's true.
You know, I'm not even going to try and
The
pronounce
U.S.
that.
government recommended
Pack
giving
a stack
babies
of
beer
pack.
in order to ration milk during World War I.
Good morning. Repeat that. Join me as we
Not
do
sure
some
I
stretching.
understood that.
Other arm.
Answer truth or lie. The U.S. government recommended giving babies beer in order to ration milk during World War I.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie.
That makes them pretty happy babies.
In early
though.
cartoons, Bugs Bunny drank beer instead of eating carrots.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right.
30-second
lie.
hold on these stretches, you guys. 30 seconds. Minimum.
Brace yourself for your final score. You scored 5 points. Completely respectable showing. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Remember, you guys, ask me any questions you got.
Hello, it's time to play Lie Swatter, the unbelievable true or false trivia game.
Now, only hold
I'm
this
going to share 7
as far
bizarre
as is comfortable.
statements.
If you
After
can't
each
go as
say
far as
truth
I
or
go,
lie.
do not try and
Let's
do
get
this.
started.
If you
Baby
can't
polar
go
bears
there,
are born with brown fur.
don't force yourself. Lie.
Sorry, I'm not sure what you said. Answer truth or lie.
Nice.
Baby polar bears are born with brown fur.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. Alligator babies communicate through their eggshells.
True.
You answered truth.
Very true.
Yes, it's true.
That's how they called mama.
Baby giraffes are born with retractable necks.
Lie.
You answered lie.
Across the body.
Yep, that's a lie.
30-second hold, remember.
Sand tiger shark babies eat each other in the womb.
True.
You seem to think this one's true.
Only the strong survive.
Yes, it's true. Leatherneck turtle babies use eggshells like surfboards to learn to swim.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie.
30-second hold, you guys.
A mother kangaroo knows its joey is hungry when it makes a whoa sound.
True. I'm guessing.
You say truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
50-50 shot, you
Like
guys.
Barbara Walters, baby parrots can't pronounce R sounds.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Brace yourself for your final score. You scored 6 points. So close to perfection. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Unless
Well,
anybody has a
hello
question.
there. It's time to play Lie Swatter, the crazy true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 statements. After each,
Feels
say
good.
truth or lie.
All right, time for some
Let's
weights, you
get
guys.
started. 2 students were arrested for converting Stanford's observatory telescope into a bong.
Lie. Though that would have been the biggest
You
bong
seem to
ever.
think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. One of the world's largest telescopes is named the Very Large Telescope.
True.
You seem to think this one's true.
Well, very large array.
You were right. It's true.
Yeah.
Nikola Tesla launched a telescope into the stratosphere using static electricity.
Lie. Come on. These are
You
25
say
pounders,
lie.
you guys.
Yep, that's a lie.
I'm doing 25 of these.
Galileo invented the telescope while in jail to look into a nearby convent.
Lie. God.
You answered lie.
Where do they come up with this stuff?
Yep, that's a lie. The Hubble telescope is lubricated by whale oil.
True.
You say truth. You were right. It's true. The telescope was invented by Arturo Telescopi in 1546.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Because of their phallic nature, Puritans forbade women from handling telescopes.
Lie. 21.
You seem to think this one's a lie.
22.
Yep, that's a lie.
23.
Brace yourself for your final score. You scored 7 points. A
Nailed
perfect
it.
game is really something to behold.
Round
Would
one
you
in
like
the
to
books.
play again?
Sure.
Hi, welcome to Lie Swatter, the true or false trivia game from Jackbox Games. I'm going to share 7 bizarre statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin. Cheers was based on a Norwegian show called Skull.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Jonathan Taylor Thomas went to grad school in Norway.
True. I haven't got a clue.
You seem to think this one's true. And you were wrong. That one's a lie. The majority of land owned by Norway is south of the equator.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. In 2008, the King of Norway knighted a penguin.
True. Sounds good, huh?
You say truth. You were right. It's
Sir Penguin.
true. Norway has a professional pillow fighting league.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. The Norwegian courts ruled that stripping is a form of art.
True. And it
You
is.
say truth. You were right. It's true.
35-pound kettlebell, you guys.
Norway's income tax is halved every November to encourage holiday spending.
True.
You answered truth. You were right. It's true. Time for the final tally. You scored 6 points. So close to perfection. Would you like to play again?
Sure.
Greetings. Welcome to Lie Swatter.
I'm doing
the
25
voice-activated true or
on
false
either
trivia
side.
Game. I'm going to share 7 impossible-seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin. A6 were supposed to be called basics, but the first pair had a printing error.
Lie.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie. The shoe company Reebok is named after a type of gazelle.
Lie.
You answered lie. And you were wrong. It was true.
Whoa.
Puma and Adidas were founded by feuding brothers.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. Yes, it's true. New Balance briefly had the slogan, "The boring white guy's shoe."
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Heard a good pop.
Converse was originally a ballerina shoe company.
Lie.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie. Eddie Vedder is a part owner of Skechers.
Lie.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie. The K in K-Swiss stands for Krigminster Lauterflen.
Lie.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie. All right, final score time. You scored 6 points. Well, I'm impressed.
So close.
Would you like to play again?
Sure.
Hello, it's time to play Lie Swatter, the unbelievable true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 impossible-seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. Ronald Reagan said, trees cause more pollution than automobiles do.
True.
You say truth. You were right. It's
Ronnie
true.
Reagan, I was not impressed.
Smoking trees is trademarked by the United States Forest Service.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. Oak trees are technically just very tall bushes.
True.
You answered truth. But you were wrong. It's a lie. There are no trees in France.
Lie.
You
I've
seem
been
to
there,
think
I
this one's
know.
a lie. You were right. That's a lie. A 6,000-year-old tree in South Africa has a pub built into its hollow trunk.
Lie. Well, that's cool,
You
huh?
say lie. And you were wrong.
Really?
It was true.
I want to go there.
In Japan, April 10th is National Cut Down a Tree Day.
No, lie. I was stationed
You
there.
say lie. Yep, that's a lie. Christmas trees kill an average of 13 people a year.
True.
You say truth. Yes, it's true.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we've done all 7.
Time for
You
some
scored
ups.
5 points.
Woo-hoo.
Completely respectable showing.
I like
Would
that.
you like to play again?
Yes.
Hi, welcome to Lie Swatter, the true or false trivia game from Jackbox Games. I'm going to share 7 statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin. The world's most expensive coffee beans are harvested from cat poop.
True. Just
You
20
had some
pounders.
truth.
I got bad shoulders.
Yes, it's true.
Bad shoulders.
Dunkin' Donuts only
Bursitis
sells
in
coffee
both.
grown in the United States.
Repeat that.
Dunkin' Donuts only sells coffee grown in the United States.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. Jesse James stole 500 pounds of coffee during a train robbery.
True.
You answered truth. And you were wrong.
Ah.
That one's a lie.
I would have. I love coffee.
Lions will eat coffee plants to relieve constipation.
True. Just a
You
guess.
answered truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
Sounded good.
Richard Nixon introduced coffee to China.
Lie.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie. The Mayan word for coffee translates to demon testicles.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. Swedish cops confiscated cups and coffee paraphernalia during a 1746 coffee ban.
True.
You say truth. Yes, it's true. Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 5 points. I would classify that score as just fine. Would you like to play again?
Sure.
Hello, it's time to play Lie Swatter, the unbelievable true or false trivia game. I'm going
Try
to
and
share
go a little
7
farther with each
impossible
one, you
seeming
guys.
statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. Croatia's paper money is printed in the same colors and values as Monopoly money.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. Larry Bird is on the quarter designed to commemorate Indiana.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. International Waters has its own set of currency.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie. The image of Alexander Hamilton on the $10 bill is a self-portrait.
True. Just guessing.
You answered truth. But you were wrong. It's a lie. The National Space Center in England invented a space quid for space tourists.
True.
You say truth. Yes, it's true. The U.S. Treasury Secretary put his own face on the first $1 bills.
Lie.
You answered lie. But you were wrong.
Really?
It's true.
Was his name Mnuchin?
An island in Polynesia uses old showbiz pizza tokens as currency.
Repeat that.
An island in Polynesia uses old showbiz pizza tokens as currency.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Craziness.
Time for the final tally. You scored 5 points. Good enough if you ask me.
Back to
Would you like
kettleball
play
again. Yes.
Well, hello there. It's time to
We're going to do
play
50 of
Live
these
Smarter, the
going
crazy
across,
true or false trivia
so you're
game.
getting a full
I'm going to
range of
share
motion.
7 bizarre
Really
statements.
hold your core
After
when
each
you're
say
working with
truth
these
or
with
lie.
a kettleball.
Let's begin.
Let's.
The main dish served at President Harry Truman's first state dinner was a hot dog.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. Adolf Hitler once said, life would not be worth living without hot dogs.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. Harry Houdini named and popularized hot dogs with his trick, the disappearing hot dog.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie. Mickey Mouse's first words were hot dogs.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
Whoa.
According to a 2005 poll, ketchup is America's favorite topping for a hot dog.
Lie. I think it's mustard.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Chicago's O'Hare International Airport sells more hot dogs than any place in the U.S.
Lie.
You answered lie.
Coney Island, I guess.
But you were wrong. It's
Really?
true.
Wow. That's the surprise.
The USDA, but not the FDA, approves of the consumption of hot dogs.
True.
You answered truth. But you were wrong. It's a lie.
Wow.
Brace yourself for your final score. You scored 4 points. I would classify that score as just fine. Would you like to play again?
Sure. You guys ready for tricep curls?
Greetings. Welcome to Live
Not him.
Swatter,
You.
the voice-activated true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started.
Let's.
Beer wasn't considered an alcoholic drink in Russia until 2011.
True. We just did this category. We better run this one, you guys.
Yeah, we're going to have to do that again. Answer truth or lie. Beer wasn't considered an alcoholic drink in Russia until 2011.
True.
You answered truth.
I answered lie last time.
You were right. It's true. Henry Ford insisted his assembly line workers be provided beer during their shifts.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. Lie. The U.S. government recommended giving babies beer in order to ration milk during World War I.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. In early cartoons, Bugs Bunny drank beer instead of eating carrots.
True.
You answered truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
I forgot that one. See how quick
Babe
it
Ruth
goes?
drank a pint of beer between each inning during the 1927 season.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. A tidal wave of beer killed
Just
9
a
people
stretch,
in
you
London
guys.
in 1814.
True.
You say truth. You were right. It's true.
Hold this one for lower back, you guys. Seriously.
The creator of Gatorade also made Hoppin' Gator, a beer mixed with Gatorade.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. Yes, it's true. All right, final score time. You scored 6 points.
Should have been
so
7.
Close to perfection. Would you like to play again?
Yes. We're
Hello.
going to do tricep
Time
curls.
to play Lie Swatter, the unbelievable true or false trivia game.
Now be careful you don't
I'm
hit the
going
back
to
of your
share
head with
7
these guys.
bizarre statements. After each, say truth or lie.
And once again,
Let's get
I'm going to
started.
move back and forth.
Oprah
for
was originally
better.
named Orpah.
Repeat that.
Oprah was originally named Orpah.
Lie.
You
Silly.
seem to think this one's a lie. But you were wrong.
Really?
It's true.
Orpah? That sounds like a whale.
Oprah owns a small island shaped like an O.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if she was our next president, Oprah Winfrey?
Oprah has preserved her cells for future clone research.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Oprah has a fear of chewing gum.
Lie.
You answered lie. But you were wrong. It's
Really?
true.
A fear of chewing gum. Of all
Oprah
things.
refuses to leave her house on non-holiday Sundays.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie.
All the way down, you guys.
Oprah was the last person to see Tupac alive.
Repeat that.
Oprah was the last person to see Tupac alive.
Lie.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie.
She's not normally in Vegas. Somebody join us. Who
Oprah's
joined us?
Harpo Studios is a former morgue.
Morning, Millie. Repeat that.
I'm not sure I understood that.
We're
Answer
playing Lie
truth
Swatter,
or lie.
Millie.
Oprah's
Getting some
Harpo
weights
Studios is a former morgue.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. Yes, it's true. Time for the final tally. You scored 5 points. Good enough
Woo.
if you ask me. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Hit me up if you have any
Hi.
questions,
Welcome
Millie.
to
That's what I'm here
Lie
for.
Swatter, the true or false trivia game from Jackpot
Otherwise, get up and
Spades.
join me with some weights.
I'm going to share 7 bizarre statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started.
Let's.
Shaq's shoe size is 33.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie.
I think it's about 28.
Shaq was nominated for a Golden Globe for playing the genie in Kazam.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie.
Talk about a lame movie.
Yep, that's a lie. Shaq was a guest choreographer on an episode of So You Think You Can Dance.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie.
Zachary, you guys.
Shaq conducted the Boston Pops Orchestra in a rendition of We Are the Champions.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
Woo.
Shaq became a Scottish lord in 2001.
Lie.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie. Gloria Estefan was a reference on Shaq's application for the Miami Beach Police.
True. I'm just guessing. You guys can play along, you know.
I'm having some trouble understanding you. Answer truth or lie. Gloria Estefan was a reference on Shaq's application for the Miami Beach Police.
True.
You answered truth. Yes, it's true. Reebok named Shaq the vice president of Power Slams at their 1998 shareholders meeting.
Lie. Silliness.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. All right, final score time. You scored 6 points. So close to perfection. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Unless somebody has a question I can answer.
Hello.
Come on, hit me up, you guys. You're making it way too easy on me today.
Unbelievable false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 statements. After each, say truth or lie.
Who wouldn't love this face?
Let's begin.
Tell me, who couldn't love this face?
OPI makes a nail polish color called Ladies and Magentlemen.
Repeat that. Big monkey.
OPI makes a nail polish color called Ladies and Magentlemen.
Doggy hair. Repeat that.
Not sure I understood that. Answer truth or lie.
Who's joined us?
OPI makes a nail polish color called Ladies and Magentlemen.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie.
Listen, yeah.
But you were wrong. It's true.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on.
Typing on a keyboard speeds up nail growth.
Lie.
You say lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
Whoa. I didn't know that.
Fingernails on a Chalkboard is the name of Gilbert Gottfried's first comedy album.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. But you were wrong. It's a
Sound
lie.
right.
1 out of 20 people have retractable fingernails.
Lie. Retractable.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie.
Crazy.
Fingernails grow faster on longer fingers.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie.
You guys can guess too.
And you were wrong. It was true.
Wow.
People who bite their nails are less likely to get cavities.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie. A museum in Luxembourg displays the fingernails of famous historical figures.
True. I'm just
You
guessing.
seem to think this one's true.
I am not a fingernail expert.
But you were wrong. It's a lie.
Like I said.
Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 2 points.
Ah!
And just a reminder, that's out of 7, so could be better. Would you like to play again?
Yes. Play along, you guys. Or hit me up with some questions.
Time to play Lie Swatter, the unbelievable true or false trivia game.
Once my weights are done, I'll be shutting this down and heading out to do miles this morning.
Lie. Let's begin. Coral was the most popular girl name for babies born in Arkansas in 2003.
Lie.
You see, this one's a lie. You were right.
Probably
That's a
more
lie.
like Ashley or something like that.
Seals stab each other with sharpened coral during territory disputes.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. Coral polyps growing inside the lungs are called scuba scabs.
Lie.
You answered lie.
Where do they come up with this stuff?
Yep, that's a lie.
Seriously.
The Great Barrier Reef is the largest reef in the Atlantic Ocean.
Lie. It's in the Pacific.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. Coral reef populations are declining because of herpes.
True.
You say true.
Sounds weird enough to be true.
You were right. It's true.
Truth is stranger than fiction.
There's a reef in Delaware made from hundreds of sunken NYC subway cars.
Lie.
You answered lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
Hey, that's a great idea, though.
99% of species on Earth live in coral reefs.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie.
Rainforest.
Yep, that's a lie. Let's hear your final score. You scored 6 points. So close to
30-pound kettlebell, you guys.
Would you like to play again?
Yes.
Greetings. Welcome to Lie
You want to know how you build up really good forearms?
True or false trivia game.
This one.
I'm going to share
Watch.
7 bizarre statements.
Heck, you guys want
After
to capture
each,
this
say
and put it on the
truth
wall.
or
It's
lie.
worth it.
Let's get started. Time moves backwards on Mercury.
Repeat that.
Time moves backwards on Mercury.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Time moves more slowly at the North Pole.
True.
You say truth. But you were wrong.
Ah.
It's a lie.
I know it does. It changes by altitude.
When it's 2012 in the US, it's 2005 in Ethiopia.
Lie. Though it's probably
You seem to
true.
think this one's a lie. And you were wrong. It was true.
Too funny.
350 million years ago, a day was only 23 hours long.
True.
You say truth. Yes, it's true.
We've been slowing down. We still are.
April is sometimes a few hours longer than June.
True.
You answered truth. But you were wrong. It's a lie.
Just a guess.
Time travel was invented in 2079.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Silliness.
Earthquakes can make a day a few microseconds shorter.
True.
You answered truth. You were right. It's true.
Slows down the Earth ever so slightly.
Okay, time to hear how you did. You scored 4 points. That's better than a lot of people do, probably. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Hit me up
Well,
if you have any
hello
questions,
there.
you guys.
It's time to play Lie Swatter.
Are you guys all up and
True or
moving?
false trivia game.
Here, I'll put on my old man
I'm going to
glasses.
share 7 bizarre
Anything you guys
statements.
want to ask,
After each,
hit me
say
up.
Truth or lie. Let's get started.
If anybody
Who has
wants
its
to
own
co-host
time zone?
and do some weights along with me, let me know. Repeat
I'm
that.
not sure I understood that. Answer truth or lie. The moon has its own time zone.
Lie.
You say
Well,
lie.
come to think of it.
And you were wrong.
Yeah, lunar
It was
time,
true.
yeah. Lunar time. Yep.
England is the only country that owns land on the moon.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. The U.S. Air Force had a top secret plan to nuke the moon.
Lie.
You say lie. And you were wrong. It was true.
Leave it up to the Air Force.
The moon is named after the man who discovered it.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie. The moon smells like gunpowder.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. You were right. It's true.
Faked.
Russia has detonated 3 atomic bombs on the moon.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. The first dog on the moon was named Bark Aldrin.
Lie.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie. Okay, time to hear how you did. You scored 5 points. Not bad. Not bad at all. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Unless anybody has a question. Who's joined us? Who's just a YouNow person.
Welcome
Hey,
to
YouNow
Lie
person.
Swap, the voice-activated
Hey, boo.
true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 bizarre statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin.
All right, let's keep up with the weights.
Armadillos are the #1 cause of car accidents in New Mexico.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie.
People.
The Chicago Field Museum has a prehistoric armadillo that is over 30 feet tall.
True.
You say truth. But you were wrong.
Ah,
It's a
sounded
lie.
good, huh?
Armadillos can inflate themselves to float across bodies of water.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. And you were wrong. It
Whoa.
was true.
That's cool.
The armadillo's closest living relative is the cockroach.
True.
You say truth. But you were wrong.
Oh,
It's
well.
a lie.
Shows you how much I know about
An
armadillos.
armadillo was once nominated for a Razzie.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. Armadillos cause leprosy.
Lie.
You say lie. But you were wrong.
Really?
It's true.
Who'd have thunk that one?
National Geographic accidentally ran a headline calling armadillos armadildos.
True. I hope
Sorry,
it's
I'm
true.
not sure what you said. Answer truth or lie. National Geographic accidentally ran a headline calling armadillos armadildos.
True.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that again. Answer truth or lie. National Geographic accidentally ran a headline calling armadillos armadildos.
True.
You say truth. But you were wrong.
Oh.
It's a lie.
That would have cracked me up.
All right, final score time. You scored 2 points.
Ugh.
And just a reminder,
You guys gotta help me out here.
So could be better. Would you like to play again?
Yes.
Hello, it's time to play Lie Swatter, the unbelievable true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7
Feels
bizarre
good.
statements.
Good
After
burn.
each say truth or lie. Let's get started.
Let's.
An island in Polynesia uses old showbiz pizza tokens as currency.
Lie.
You say lie.
Repeat
You are
category.
right. That's a lie. The image of Alexander Hamilton on the $10 bill is a self-portrait.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Well, I'm working
The
up a bit
National
of a
Space
sweat.
Center
How about
in
you
England
guys?
invented a space quid for space tourists.
True.
You say truth. You were right. It's true. Croatia's paper money is printed in the same colors and values as Monopoly money.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. Larry Bird is on the quarter designed to commemorate Indiana.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. International Waters has its own set of currency.
Lie.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie. The U.S. Treasury Secretary put his own face on the first $1 bills.
True.
You answered truth.
Mnuchin's great,
Yes,
great,
it's
great, great
true.
grandfather. Stretching the top
Okay,
of the
time
traps,
to
you
hear how you
guys.
did. You scored 7 points.
I hope so. It's a
I'm
repeat
officially
category.
impressed by your perfect score. Would you like to play again?
Sure. One more, and then I'm going to chat with these people and get rolling.
Greetings. Welcome
Seriously,
to
you guys,
Swatter,
somebody
the
hit me up with a
voice-activated
question here.
true or false trivia
You guys
game.
are making this Saturday
I'm
morning
going
way
to
too
share
easy on
7
me.
impossible seeming statements. After each, say true
Zachary
or
agrees.
lie.
Here.
Let's begin. Hitler and Stalin were both nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
True.
You answered truth. Yes, it's true.
Can you believe that?
2011 winner Tawakkal Karman ended her acceptance speech with "Peace out."
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Come on, you guys, hit me up
Albert
with a
Einstein
question.
melted his Nobel Prize when he needed gold for an experiment.
Lie.
You answered lie.
Who's going to melt their Nobel
You were
Prize?
right. That's
Come
a
on.
lie. The founder of the Nobel Prize also invented dynamite.
True.
You say truth. Yes, it's true.
Smart man. Alfred Nobel.
The song "We Are the World" is the only non-human to win a Nobel Peace Prize.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie. A man was bludgeoned to death with a Nobel Peace Prize in 1987.
Lie. That's a good one.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. There's an image of 3 naked men embracing on the Nobel Peace Prize.
True.
You say truth. You were right. It's true.
I have a request to go outside. Hold on.
Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 7 points. Wow, that's a perfect score. Would you like to play again?
Yes.
Hello.
Hurry your
It's
little
time
white
to
butt up.
play
It's cold out
Lie
there.
Swatter, the unbelievable true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 impossible seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. Concrete furniture was one of Edison's less popular inventions.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie,
Concrete furniture.
but you were wrong.
Really?
It's true.
Really?
Thomas Edison is credited in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
True. I saw it, but I don't remember.
You say truth, but you were wrong. It's a lie. Thomas Edison got into a slapping fight with Nikola Tesla.
Lie.
You
They were
say
rivals,
lie.
but I don't think they did
Yep,
that.
that's a lie. Thomas Edison kept the skull of Leonardo da Vinci in his office.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. Edison hired someone to place a light bulb over his head whenever he had an idea.
Repeat that. It's a lie, but I want you to hear this again. Somebody join us.
I'm having some trouble understanding you. Answer truth or lie. Edison hired someone to place a light bulb over his head whenever he had an idea.
Lie.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie.
If you said true, I'd... No. Come on.
Thomas Edison collected doll heads.
Lie. That's
You answered lie.
That's creepy.
You were right. That's a lie.
Exactly.
Thomas Edison proposed to his girlfriend by Morse code.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. And you were wrong. It was true.
How romantic can you get?
All right, final score time. You scored 4 points. Good enough if you ask me. Would you like to play again?
Sure. One more set.
Hello. It's time
25
to
more
play
25,
Lie
you guys.
Swatter, the unbelievable true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 impossible seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. Sperm whales are the only whales that do not produce semen.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Frank Sinatra sang a duet with a whale for a Greenpeace charity CD.
Lie. Come on.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. A French scuba diver survived being eaten and pooped out by a gray whale.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. Whale meat is served in school lunches in Japan.
True. Disgusting, isn't it?
Sorry, I'm not sure what you said. Answer truth or lie. Whale meat is served in school lunches in Japan.
True.
You say truth. You were right. It's true.
Isn't that disgusting?
The King of England knighted a blue whale that rammed into a Nazi submarine and sank it.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie. An 8-year-old boy found a piece of whale vomit worth over $60,000.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
Oh my God. Hold it. Somebody's ready to come back in.
Blue whales' voices as a species are getting deeper every year.
True.
You answered truth. You were right. It's true.
Up you go.
Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 6 points. You should brag about it to all your friends. Would you like to play again?
All right. One more.
Greetings. Welcome to Lie Swatter.
Somebody's
the
got a
voice
dirty
activated
butt.
true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 impossible seeming statements.
Yeah, that's right. I
After
cleaned
each
his
say
butt. He
true
went
or
and
lie.
You need to clean
Let's
your
get
dog's butts
started.
too when they come in.
The NYPD has a pet death investigation department.
True.
You say truth,
If they don't, they should.
but you were wrong.
Well,
It's a
they
lie.
should. It's the last one, you
The
guys.
hot doll is a sex doll for dogs.
Lie.
You answered lie, but you were wrong. It's true. Abercrombie sells a perfume for cats.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Dusty Springfield's will stipulated that her cat be fed baby food and played her songs.
Lie.
You say lie. And you were wrong. It was true.
Love it.
In Germany, you need a license to own a hamster.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. PetSmart sells a casket-lowering device.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. The biggest newspaper in Singapore publishes pet obituaries.
True.
You say truth. You were right. It's true. Time for the final tally. You scored 4 points. Pretty good. Would you like to play again?
No.
Thanks for playing Lie Swatter.
I want to come talk to you guys before I get rolling here. See if anybody has any questions. Comments, theories, postulations. You guys have just made this day real easy on me so far. Although I kind of appreciate it. I'd much rather spend a little time answering your questions, especially if you have any questions concerning health. On any of the specialties that I help with, quitting smoking, if you want to quit cigarettes, if you still smoke. I did it for 31 years, and now I help other people quit. First time, put together a 90-day plan and get you off the damn things. I don't care if you smoke pot, that's fine, as long as you're of age, whether it's recreationally or medicinally, it doesn't matter. That is a lot safer than alcohol or tobacco, by far. But if you still smoke cigarettes, and there's 45 million Americans out there who still smoke, I will help you quit for free. Just reach out to me on any of my social links. Just say, hey, I want to quit. And we'll Skype on it and get it done. Anybody that needs to get some weight loss, and that's another thing that I tend to harp on an awful lot right now. 2 out of 3 Americans are currently, where I was, overweight or obese. And remember, this was me. Good. That was me 50 pounds heavier than I was at my heaviest. All right, so I know of what I speak on this issue. I used to be 252 pounds and clinically obese. I was a big guy. So, and at the time when they hit me, and this was 2005 when I was at my heaviest, and at that time I got hit with type 2 diabetes. I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes at that time, adult onset diabetes. So I had to make some changes, and 110 pounds and almost, 2005 was my last cigarette. July 15, 2005. Yeah, I remember the date specifically. Was my last smoke as far as cigarettes go. So if you're ready to get rid of the cigarettes, I'll help. If you need to lose weight, yeah, you can hire me. That's what personal trainers and health coaches do. Personaltrainingwithbrad.com. That's personaltrainingwithbrad.com. If you need help, and I'm worth every freaking penny. You want to live a longer, healthier, happier life, you need to do something about it. If it's not with somebody, even if it's just on your own. If you're overweight, you're obese now. In other words, if your doctor is telling you your BMI isn't where it needs to be, and that's what concerns me the most, is your BMI, your body mass index. And you can go anywhere right now, just go Google it, BMI calculator, BMI index, body mass index, and it'll pull up a chart, and you put in your height, and you put in your weight, and you follow it over to the square, and it'll tell you exactly what your body mass index is, your BMI. That, as a health coach and personal trainer, is what I use to tell if you're physically in the proper place that you need to be for your height and your weight. My BMI at one time was 38. Anything over 35 is considered obese. Anything over 30 is considered overweight. You need to stay on top of that as far as an issue goes with your own health, because anytime you have additional weight on, you're putting additional pressure on all of your organs. You're getting adipose fat, you're getting the subcutaneous fat, and then worse of all, you're getting the visceral fat. And that's the stuff that invades your organs and causes things like fatty liver disease. Right now, the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is on the rise. People are dying because of their livers becoming so fatty because of the obesity epidemic. So beyond heart disease, and that's still the leading cause of death in America right now, is heart disease, coronary arterial disease, CAD. And the reason of that is, again, our diet is poor, we're sitting around too much, like me, gaining too much weight and putting too much stress on the heart, as well as filling up those little coronary arteries with plaque, what we call arterial sclerosis. The saturated fats in our cheeseburgers and fried chicken, and all the things that we love to eat that contain palm oil or palm kernel oil. That's the challenge I'll give you for today. Go hit your cabinets, go hit your pantry, go look in your refrigerator, go take your margarine out and look for palm oil, P-A-L-M, palm oil, or palm kernel oil. To me, it is the most insidious ingredient being used on the planet, and I'm convinced it is a large part of the reason we have such an obesity epidemic. Yes, we eat too much. Yes, we eat the wrong things. But corporate America and corporate global is not helping the situation by putting saturated fat in high amounts into almost everything that they package. Serious. Everything from your cookies and your cakes and your cereals, not cereals, but your things like peanut butter. They're putting palm oil in peanut butter, of all the crazy things. Anyhow, that's your challenge for today. Go look at the ingredients in your pantry and pull out everything that's got palm oil or palm kernel oil in it. There's a whole range of things that they call it besides that. Go Google all the names for palm oil or palm kernel oil, and there's like a list of 200 something different names that they try to hide it under. Sometimes you'll find palm oil and palm kernel oil and several of the other names that they call it all in the same ingredients. In other words, you're getting hit with a double, triple whammy of this saturated fat stuff in one product. And even healthy foods contain it. I mean, I'm not kidding. And I printed this out. I printed this out to show a client not too long ago. The Kind bar. Okay? The Kind bar. Right? Kind. It's not very kind. If you look in the ingredients, you're going to see it's got palm oil in it. In a Kind bar. This is in the health food section, right? In the section that's supposed to be food that's supposed to be good for you. And they put all the things on this like non-GMO, and they put, gluten-free, low glycemic, dairy-free, not genetically engineered, very low sodium, no trans fat, but they don't say that they've got saturated fat, and it's listed right there. 5 grams of saturated fat in this one bar. Anyhow, palm oil, palm kernel oil, that's the biggie as far as I'm concerned. If we could get rid of that and put in something more healthy with your poly and your monos. Fats, you have to have a certain amount in your body, but the trans fat and the saturated fat you need to avoid. I know it's not going to happen overnight. I know you're not going to suddenly start eating healthy and rice cakes and salads all the time. But let's look at it this way. The sooner you at least start to examine what you're eating and the quantities, and these days, everything, all the ingredients are listed. I mean, dig this. Alexa, how many calories are in a quarter pounder with cheese from McDonald's?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Let's try it again. Alexa, how many calories are in a quarter pounder with cheese?
One McDonald's Quarter Pounder cheeseburger has 513 calories.
I usually get the double when I go. I don't go a lot, but I love a double Quarter Pounder with cheese. This one really scared the daylights out of me when I looked at the calories. Alexa, how many calories are in a double Quarter Pounder with cheese?
10.3 ounces of McDonald's double Quarter Pounder with cheese has 780 calories.
780 calories, right? Now, my daily caloric intake at 142 pounds, my required daily intake is around 1,300 to 1,350 calories. Just for me to maintain the weight that I'm at, right? 1,350 calories. If I had one double Quarter Pounder with cheese, and remember, with that, I normally get a large fries, a fillet of fish, and a beverage. In fact, Alexa, how many calories are in a large French fries?
Big Chip's calorific value is 312 calories.
So we're looking at 300 calories plus what was almost 800. Let's just round it down to 700. So we're at 1,000 calories just for the double Quarter Pounder with cheese and the fries. Alexa, how many calories are in a McDonald's fillet of fish?
This might answer your question. 3 ounces of grilled filet mignon tenderloin steak has 179 calories.
Alexa, how many calories are in a fillet of fish?
3 ounces of grilled filet mignon tenderloin steak has 179 calories.
I'm going to guess about 200 calories for the fillet of fish, including the sauce and everything. 1,200-ish, let's say. So anyhow, just with that one meal from McDonald's, I would be hitting my maximum caloric intake for that day. My double Quarter Pounder with cheese, my fries, my fillet of fish, and whatever my beverage was, I'd be hitting my 1,350 calories just by that. So, and believe me, you're just like I used to. I would not just have one meal a day. I'd have 2, 3 big meals a day. So, it was real easy for me to figure out how I blew up to 252 pounds, and conversely, how I was going to try and bring it down. But that was years ago. So now I help other people lose weight and get in shape and get rid of the cigarettes. And if you're dealing with type 2 diabetes, I help people manage that. If you are pre-diabetic, if you're on the list of pre-diabetes, get off the freaking list. Seriously, you do not want to be like me and take medications the rest of your life for diabetes. You do not want to face diabetic neuropathy, foot ulcers, losing fingers, toes, your eyesight, and eventually diabetes can kill you. And will kill you if you don't treat it. But rather, if you're one of the 84 million Americans who's currently on the pre-diabetes list, that's the number. 84 million Americans are currently pre-diabetic out of 324 million. 84 are on that list, and they can go either way. That means that if you're one of those people, you can go either way. Right? You don't do anything about it, start making some changes, take off at least 10% of your weight. That should take you right off that list. If you don't do anything about it, you're going to become a full-blown type 2 diabetic like me. Right? Take medication. For a whole year, I had to shoot myself in the stomach. Right? With, I think it was Januvia or whatever it was. And that was a big freaking needle. No fun. Believe me. So if you're on the pre-diabetes list, if you don't do anything about it, you're going to go full guaranteed. But the good news is you can get yourself off the list if you're there. Right? You can get yourself off the list. If you're not sure if you're pre-diabetic, get your labs done. Go talk to your doctor. Get your physical done. I can simply tell you this. If you are heavy like I used to be, or obese like I used to be, especially if you're obese, that's going to put you 10 times the risk for becoming a pre-diabetic and full-blown diabetic. Gaining that weight, keeping that weight, making your pancreas have to produce so much insulin to take care of the glucose levels in your bloodstream that eventually it dies. My pancreas is only half alive, according to my doctor. So, I have to take 2 different kinds of medication the rest of my life. You need to avoid that situation if you are there. Okay. Anyhow, I get off my soapbox. But as a health coach and personal trainer, my objective this year is to help as many people as I possibly can. Sure, you can hire me if you want. I am worth every penny, but I plan to be on here every day or as much to every day as I possibly can, sharing what I've learned. There's nothing better than understanding it from somebody who's been there and done that. And it's one thing to be heavy and walk into a health club and some, buff person comes running up to you, 20-something, 30-something person comes running up to you. I mean, one, with a self-image like I used to have, I didn't want to walk into a health club. So that's why most of my clients I Skype with. Seriously, I work with some fairly heavy people, and the joy on their face of not having to walk into a health club or go someplace out in public sometimes really does help them a lot. Anyhow, I appreciate you guys taking the time to at least watch me do my stretching and weights and play some lice water with me today. If I've been any help at all, please fan me. And like I say, I'm going to be on here daily. If you're having any issues with health, you want to reach out to me privately, you can do so. I am, as an ACE certified personal trainer and ACE certified health coach, we are fully HIPAA regulated. What that simply means to my clients and to you is any conversations that we have, either on the phone, email, text, it doesn't matter. Any conversations that we have is strictly between us. It's private. I'm under full HIPAA regulations like any doctor or nurse. So if you need help, you can reach out to me and I can help. I can also work with your doctor directly. And I work with physicians, especially with clients who have been recently diagnosed as either pre-diabetic or full-blown type 2 diabetics, or the doctor simply says, you got to lose weight. Quite often a physician will send me someone, or that person will find out that they have an issue and then approach me and ask me to work with their doctor as well. That way I can understand if you have any limitations, if you're dealing with other issues such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and of course the A1C number is the number that I really want to hear about as far as your blood sugars. Again, appreciate you taking the time to at least listen to me yammer at you for a few minutes here. If you have any questions on anything health related, I'd love to help. And again, if you're ready to quit cigarettes, if you're a smoker and you're ready to get that monkey off your back, I'll do it for free. Seriously, there's no way you can ever begin to get your health in order if you're still smoking cigarettes. Take it from a guy who smoked from 15 to 46. Right? And I had bronchitis every freaking year, it seems, during that whole 31 years I smoked cigarettes. I haven't had a bout of bronchitis since I quit. July 15, 2005 was my last cigarette. That tells me a lot. That tells me that those things were very bad for me. And why I did it for 31 years, I'll never know. But I'll never go back there. Just like I'll never get back to 252 pounds again. It's not going to happen. And I can guarantee you, at pushing 60 here in a few years, if I can do it, anybody can do it. If I can get rid of the cigarettes after 3 decades plus on the first try, I can help other people do it. If I can walk off 110 pounds naturally, no diet plans or surgeries or anything, just common sense, right? I put that same step-by-step common sense approach into all of the things that I do as far as helping people lose weight now. I mean, you have to be logical and do it realistically and do it slowly over time. I didn't get fat overnight. I didn't get heavy obese overnight. So, I certainly don't expect any of my clients or anyone that I'm helping, period, to lose weight overnight. And all those stupid television commercials you see out there right now, lose weight fast. No, I don't want anybody to diet. I don't want you to lose weight fast. I don't want you to do any surgeries. I don't want you to do anything that's going to take you out of your normal flow of life, other than to begin to look first at your portion sizes, how much you're eating, right? The number of calories you're putting in on a daily basis is the first step after we've gotten through our physical stuff through our doctor and we know all our numbers. So it's simply a numbers game, and I can work with you on the numbers. You don't have to start eating salads and rice cakes all the time. We can get to that eventually. Kidding. Hey, I still eat all the stuff I like. Like I say, I still get McDonald's. Just, I know now, at the end of the day, especially as a personal trainer and health coach, that whether or not I'm going to gain weight all depends on whether I finish the day or the week or the month with a negative energy balance as opposed to a positive energy balance. Have I eaten more calories than I've burned? That's simple. I mean, it really is that simple. If you're putting in more calories into your system than you're burning off, for every 3,500 calories additional, you're putting on a pound of weight. Okay? for every 3,500 calories that you're burning off, that takes off a pound of weight. It's a pretty simple number. It's just a matter of putting it into practice and understanding those numbers and putting it into practice in your own life. That's where the difference comes. And yes, self-motivation is, just what it's called, self-motivation. So if you need some motivation outside of yourself to get this accomplished, sure, hire me. Personaltrainingwithbrad.com. Like I say, I'm worth every penny. If you fan me here on YouNow and you send me a note or message, you'll get an hour for free, besides my initial consultation, which is always free. If I can't help you, I'm not going to let you hire me. But yeah, you can get your initial consultation free, and you get 1 hour for free of my time, either health coaching or personal training. Losing weight, working on your diabetes, if you have lower back pain, whatever your issues, I will take them on. And then I guarantee you, I can certainly help. Been there, done that is my school. Besides my training and certifications through the American Council on Exercise. But the most important thing to me is I've been there. So I understand what it's like to be heavy, really heavy, and not know what to do about it. I understand what it's like to be in year 31 of smoking cigarettes, right, and heavy, and get hit with type 2 diabetes all at the same time, right? I mean, it was a real eye-opener, let's put it that way. But I've learned from it. I've made myself better. I can help make you better. Doesn't matter how old you are, 20, 40, 60, 80. If you're 100 years old, as long as your heart's beating, you can improve. And every day when you wake up, you have that choice every single day. When you wake up, first thing in the morning, and we all wake up with issues. I've got constant lower back pain. I will have it the rest of my life. They put me on severe and permanent disability because of that and a few other things a couple of years ago. I didn't let that stop me. In fact, I became a personal trainer after they put me out on disability. And health coach, which is what I wanted. I wanted the health coach certification. That's the one I wanted. Personal trainer is simply prerequisite for that. All right, fine. Right? But I guarantee you, like I say, I'll be 59 here on my next birthday. All right, so I'm no spring chicken. And I guarantee you, if at almost 60 years old, I can make positive life changes. And remember, I started at 46. Right, so at 46 years old, I was 252 pounds in my 31st year of smoking cigarettes and just got hit with type 2 diabetes. So bad, I should have been in a diabetic coma at that point. I mean, it's how bad I got nailed. My blood sugars were severely out of line at that time. Anyhow, so I have finished my weights for the day. I'm glad you've joined me for that. Now I've got to go do my cardio. I've got 4 miles to accomplish. And hopefully it's warmed up a little bit. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now in Sun City, it's 46 degrees with clear skies and sun.
45
Today's
or above,
forecast
no
has
biggie.
mostly sunny weather, with a high of 74 degrees and a low of 45 degrees.
It's below 40 that these old bones don't like to get out there, Somebody's popped in and joined us in the meantime. Like I say, if you guys have any questions on any of these issues, hit me up. Hey, Med-M, how's it going? So, again, if you need help losing weight, the smoking cessation, I will help you quit the cigarettes for free. That's my community give back this year, last year and the year before as well. Makes me feel good if I can help somebody become a non-smoker. Because then, from that point on, you can really start taking control of your health. If you're overweight, you're simply out of balance. If you're unhappy, you're simply out of balance. No matter what your issues are. For me, as I see it as a health coach, is to bring you back into balance. Physically, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, mentally. You're one entire person. You're not just parts and pieces. So keeping a balance in your life and staying balanced in all areas of your life, that is really what a good health coach is going to let you do. Especially if you have areas that you need to really concentrate on, like losing weight, and that's 2 out of 3 Americans right now have to lose weight. That's not a if. Those are the real numbers. 216 million Americans are either overweight, like I used to be, or obese, like I used to be. So I know from what I speak. So if you're out there, you're one of those, you really need to concentrate on that. Start doing it now. Little steps. Don't look for short-term fixes. Don't look for diet plans. Ignore all the stupid television commercials, right? You don't need to do anything other than a simple plan to cut back on the calories. And you can do that very easily. I recommend, and this is what I start all of my folks on, is doing a food diary for a whole week, right? Everything that goes into your body. And like I say, now you can figure out the calories yourself, right? Alexa, how much is in macaroni and cheese? How many calories?
This might answer your question. 1 cup of macaroni and cheese prepared with 2% milk and margarine has 376 calories.
You can go on the internet, on Google, anywhere, ask Siri, ask Alexa. I mean, you can very easily determine how many calories are going into your body on a daily, weekly basis. It's a fairly simple procedure of writing it down and tracking it. I have a very detailed diary that includes not only what you eat and the amounts, but when you ate it, where you ate that food, who you ate that food with, if anybody, and why. That is the key these days. A lot of people are eating food not because of hunger. That's one reason why it's called comfort food. I have my own. My comfort foods are steak and fried chicken and meatloaf with mashed potatoes. We all have our own comfort foods. And remember, I said it again, I still eat all the things that I loved to eat when I was obese, 252 pounds. I do not deny myself anything. What I do, though, is limit the consumption of the junk foods. So I'm not eating at McDonald's every day or Wendy's or Carl's. Yeah, I'll eat McDonald's every now and then, sure. I still enjoy a quarter pounder with cheese, double quarter pounder with cheese fries and a filet. But I also know that I'm going to be putting in the kind of exercise and burning off the kind of calories that at the end of the day or at the end of the week or at the end of the month, and most certainly by the end of the year, I'm either going to be on a negative energy flow, meaning I'm not gaining weight, I'm losing weight, or where I've been for the last almost 5 years now, simply at weight maintenance, staying at the weight I want to be. My healthy weight is always going to be somewhere around 140 to 145. Little bit more, weigh a little bit more now than my original weight coming out of, funny enough, Marine Corps boot camp. And I won't tell you what year that was. All right, I will. 1976. My old man signed me in at 17. But I came out of boot camp and I was 135 pounds. I put on almost 20 pounds in boot camp. Put on 20 pounds. Packed on 20 pounds of muscle pretty much in boot camp. And I came out of boot camp, and remember, I was 17 years and about 6 months old by the time I got out of boot, right? MCRD San Diego. 135 was my natural weight at that time. 142 is where I'm at now. Okay, so that's what, 51, almost, 41? Yeah, 41, almost 42 years later. The difference being, I'm much more muscular now. I have a much lower body fat than I did then. My body fat now is around 6 to 7%. And muscle itself is going to weigh more than fat. So just keep that in mind. Also, muscle is going to burn off calories on a constant basis. It takes more to keep muscle burning, keep the muscles going, than it does fat. So just be advised that losing weight is not always the game. Turning some of that weight into muscle is also part of that. Taking your muscle mass and bringing it up at the same time is something that I really try to work with on clients, especially the clients like me who are over 50 that have the tendency to run into things like osteoarthritis, which I do have, osteoporosis, mostly for the ladies, but men can have bone loss as well, and 100 million Americans, 1 out of 3, suffer back pain. 1 out of 3 of us. That means of all the folks who are on here right now, several of you are back pain sufferers like me. And sitting around being sedentary and putting on extra weight is only going to exacerbate that condition. That's only going to make your back worse. In fact, I look at it like this. The more exercise you can do for things like osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis even, the more you can move, the better you're going to be. Look at it like lubricating your joints, right? Movement and exercise is really going to, for me, and I know it's done this because I have osteophytes, the bone spurs. I won't tell you how much, but there's a lot. for me, movement simply wears down the tops of these bone spurs. Look at it like this. If you have a thorny rose, long stem thorny rose, right? The thorns point out, okay? They're sharp and they'll poke you. Imagine if you had thorns on the inside of your spine pointing inwards towards the little open places between your vertebrae, poking on nerves and stuff. That's an osteophyte. That's basically a bone spur, right? And you can get them either from calcium growths or the breakdown of the bone itself with osteoarthritis. So the bone spurs, then in sharp little pointy little thingies, if you wear on them, if you were taking a little file to the edge of those thorns on that rose, long stem rose, if you took a little file to that back and forth, you'd no longer be getting that pokey feeling. With osteophytes, with bone spurs, one of the best ways to deal with them, because they can hurt. I had a bad one in my hip a while back. One of the best ways, and truly as far as I'm concerned outside of medicine, to help with those is exercise, is movement. I mean, if you have a bone spur and you're moving that back and forth and you're trying to file down that bone spur, eventually it's going to happen. So the exercise in itself, and of course taking the weight, load-bearing weight off of things like your hips, your knees, your feet, are going to help an awful lot when you have issues with that, as well as your lower back. So anyhow, I have to go get my mileage done, you guys. I do 4 miles 6 days a week. I'm putting in about 24, 25 miles for my cardio. My goal for this year on my resting heart rate is to try and get it down to 55. The average resting heart rate can be anywhere from 60 to 100 beats a minute. That's average. So if your resting heart rate is anywhere between 60 and 100, that can be average. The normal American average resting heart rate, 72 or below, is what I try to get my clients to shoot for. If you can get your resting heart rate below 60, even better. That just means that your heart is that much more efficient at pumping the blood through your system and processing, all of the things that we need to do with our cardiopulmonary system. So keeping your resting heart rate, and if you don't know what it is, find out, because that's a very important key factor on how healthy your heart is your resting heart rate. Anyhow, guys, I appreciate you listening in. If you've learned anything at all, please go ahead and fan me. That way when I am back on, you can come back on and maybe ask some questions. If you know somebody that needs to quit smoking, invite them to join us. I'll talk with them, and like I say, I will help smokers quit for free. That's my community give back this year. And if I can help anybody on YouNow get moving as far as starting to lose some weight, starting to get your health back in order, little baby steps, not big steps, but little baby steps, right? That's the way to go. Because what you're looking for aren't short-term fixes. You're looking for long-term lifestyle changes. Long-term things that, one, you're going to be able to stick with, and two, that are going to last you the rest of your life. Because being healthy isn't something you just do part-time. Being healthy is something you do to become balanced, to stay balanced. Being balanced is being healthy, in my opinion. And physically, mentally, intellectually, spiritually, and emotionally. All of the parts of you need to be in balance. It doesn't matter which. Any of those that are unbalanced, then the whole body's out of balance. Okay? All right, you guys. Well, I appreciate you watching. Hey, Paul, how's it going? You're joining just as I'm getting ready to head out the door and go get my mileage done. I've been on here for almost 2 hours now. But we've had fun. We've gotten some stretching done. We've done some weights. We've talked about weight loss, quitting smoking. We've talked about diabetes. I guess I've talked about it mostly, but then again, that's what they pay me for, so. I am glad that I can come on at least to talk to you guys live. For me, the interaction is really worthwhile. That's why I really enjoy the YouNow platform, because it gives me to do what I do anyway. Because I am a health evangelist, I guess you could say. Having been a former big fat guy who smoked cigarettes, I know that, if I can get my health in order, other people could do it. And I can help you if you need to. But bottom line is, any age, you can get better. Every morning is an opportunity for improvement. Just keep this in mind before I run. every single night. Well, no, let's just put it this way. Every single morning, 90,000 people who went to sleep the night before don't wake up. You with me on this? Yeah, we're losing 160,000 people a day. Just, and those are the numbers. But every single night, 90,000 people go to sleep and don't wake up the next morning. Okay? Now, their causes are the whole range of causes. Of course, the leading cause of death in America is still coronary artery disease, heart disease. Heart attack and stroke are still the leading causes of death in America. And yes, you have heart attacks and strokes in your sleep, naturally. You spend 1/3 of your life in bed. So we are losing, funny enough though, we're losing more people during that 8 hours of sleep period than we are all the rest of the day. I mean, 90,000 are passing away in their sleep, about 160,000 are passing away in the entire time during the day. So that tells me something is happening sleep-wise that's a little bit more unusual. And I think I figured it out. And let me share this because this is kind of scary. I wear these. What is the quickest way to mitigate high blood pressure? Well, the absolute quickest way, one, if it's been diagnosed by your doctor, and I take lisinopril because I know I'm on high blood pressure meds. One, you have to have it diagnosed by your doctor. Two, you need to figure out why is your blood pressure high. Are you overweight? And do you have issues with stress? Is it your job? What is causing your high blood pressure? Is it simply your diet? Too much salt? You need to figure out the cause. So first you get the proper diagnosis from your doctor. If your doctor says you have high blood pressure, then you need to find out, is your doctor recommending a change in your diet, or is your doctor recommending to go on medication? And I guess that will depend on how high your blood pressure is. And then you need to figure out what lifestyle changes you need to make, in other words, to help mitigate your blood pressure. Because remember, you can also have low blood pressure, and I work with folks who have low blood pressure as well, but high blood pressure is 100 times more prevalent. I hope that answers your question. Let's see, asthma and stress. Well, yeah, most definitely. You need to be under a doctor's care no matter what, and obviously if you have asthma, you are. The stress, obviously, you need to find out the cause. Is the stress caused by your asthma, by your medical conditions, or is there another cause of your stress? In other words, your employer, your family, whatever, financial. So, one, you got to determine the cause of the stress, right? And mitigate that as much as possible first. Because stress, and take it from a stress puppy, stress can most definitely be a big cause with raising your blood pressure and keeping your blood pressure raised. I meditate. I do transcendental meditation. I'm also a Zen Buddhist, so I tend to try and put a little more balance into almost anything I do. Find out the cause of your stress first. So once you can find out the cause of your stress, that can help you alleviate it, right? That will also help with your blood pressure. Asthma, you need to have that treated. I am assuming that you're using some kind of medication, inhaler, whatever your doctor is recommending, because you need to work very, very closely with your primary care physician, any specialists, as an asthma patient. Well, I'm not a doctor, but I am a health coach. And as a health coach, these are definitely some of the areas that I work with and are trained on. I will not give you medical advice. That can only come from your doctor. But I will work with your doctor if I am hired by you or anyone else. I work with a lot of physicians. Not so much on the high blood pressure, although that is a definite corollary effect of being overweight and obese, along with the high cholesterol, heart disease, and fatty liver disease, and a few other really nasty things that come from being overweight or out of shape. So I hope I was able to help a little bit. If so, please fan me. So next time I'm on, you can ask me more questions. Another problem is we face amnesia. How can it be helped to get rid of? Well, there's one that I really don't have any help for you on. Amnesia is something that's definitely something going on inside the brain, and that can only be dealt with first with your primary care physician, first and foremost. That is the first person I send you to no matter what. With amnesia, your doctor is obviously going to refer you to a specialist. You're going to have all kinds of tests taken. They will do probably MRIs, CAT scans. Who knows what they will do but they will find out what's going on up there. I've never worked with anyone who's had amnesia, to be honest, at least not real amnesia, the fake kind. Don't start me. Just kidding. But those kinds of things is definitely something that you need to work with your doctor on. Amnesia is nothing to mess with, especially if it may have something to do with physical or chemical imbalances in the brain. So, like I say, you need to get in, you need to get the tests done with your doctor or specialists and find out the cause of the amnesia. Because that's nothing to mess with. How old a person are you? I'm just curious how old you are dealing with amnesia issues. Because as we age, of course, we also have the brain has a tendency to build up plaque in it. And that's one of the things that we're finding that are the causes of diseases like Parkinson's and a few of the other degenerative diseases inside the brain. But the cause of your amnesia, that's what you need to find. What is causing the amnesia? The amnesia itself is simply a symptom of something else, an underlying cause. So good luck on that one, seriously. You need to work with your doctor on that one. And if you're not being treated about your amnesia now, that's something you better get on immediately, if not sooner. All right? Take it from your health coach. 24. Yes, Jabir, at 24, you should most definitely not be having amnesia issues. 24 years old, you should be pretty much in the just about the peak of your mental capacity building. We have recently learned that the last part of the brain that grows and develops, the prefrontal lobe, those don't fully form till you're almost 25. So you may still be in growth period with your prefrontal lobes and your frontal cortex. That we've known for a while, but they are reconfirming that. They've had some recent studies and articles published about that one I just read. And it is true, until you're 25 years old, you can also still be physically growing. So not only the brain growing, but also your bones and other things, you can physically grow until 25. Some go beyond that with growth disorders, but normally you'll quit your growth process at the latest at about 25. But 24, you should not be having amnesia issues. So you need to get in, get the tests done, and get those diagnosed right away. In fact, right now. Go schedule an appointment with your doctor right now if you haven't already done it. Please, for your own sake. Amnesia is nothing you want to play around with. That's an indication that there's something underlying that needs to be diagnosed. Right? Amnesia is not a disease. Amnesia is not normal. Amnesia is something that happens because of something. So get in, get your doctor, get the test done, find out what it's all about. Good. Anyhow, you guys, like I said, I'm glad I was able to spend some time with you today. I enjoy doing this. For me, I love live audiences, period. I prefer to have you, if you're all sitting here in big chairs in front of me so I could look at your faces, I would enjoy that even more. I mean, it's nice that I can, see you guys here on chat and everything, but personally, and I've done public speaking most of my adult life, I enjoy the heck out of it, especially when I can do questions and answers, especially with things that I have experience on, and I have a lot of experience in a lot of things. So when I can help, it just, obviously, we're social creatures, and we're here to help each other. 99.9% of every human being I've ever met are just awesome. Yeah, that 0.1% make the rest of us look like crap sometimes, but hey, I still know that 99.9% of the people on this planet, doesn't matter where they're at, because I've lived all over this world, everywhere, literally. I know people are awesome. People are absolutely awesome. And in general, people want to help people, and I happen to be one of those people that like to help people. And I guess, in a way, it's a sort of a Florence Nightingale syndrome. Are there any side effects to bodybuilding? Well, yeah. Bigger muscles, better health, your metabolism burns more. To me, the side effects are good. All the side effects from muscle, from bodybuilding, from muscle building, all of the side effects are awesome. You can, of course, run into SOMS, which is sudden onset muscle soreness. That happens. No pain, no gain, as they say. main thing to remember when you're trying to do resistance training, when you're trying to build muscle, is to give yourself the recovery time so that your muscles, because what you're doing is you're literally tearing down the muscle fibers and allowing them to rebuild. And every time you tear down those muscle fibers build, they're getting slightly bigger. So that is exactly what you're doing when you're building muscle, is you're tearing down the old muscle and building it, and making room to build up new muscle. That's why it's extremely important. If you're working your upper body, wait 2 days till you work it again. You're working your lower body, wait 2 days to work it again. I do a full body thing with my weights and then go do my cardio. My weights I do Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, religiously. In fact, that's sometimes how I remember what day of the week it is. Is it weights day? All right, must be Saturday. So sticking with a weight program long term is going to be a big benefit, especially if you're trying to lose weight. Not high reps, not big machines, low reps. Or high reps with low weights is what I recommend for almost everybody. If you're trying to get into muscle building, if you're trying to, like athletes that I'll work with that are trying to specifically build muscle for specific events they're doing, I will work with them differently. A sprinter I'll work with differently from a mountain climber. So it all depends on what you're trying to build the muscle for. For me, it was just a matter, I wanted to help kick in my metabolism, and obviously you wouldn't hire me as a personal trainer or a health coach if I still looked like that. Remember? This. And remember, this was me 50 pounds lighter than I was at my heaviest, which was 252 pounds. This was about a little over 200 pounds, about 205 pounds. So, believe me, I know the difference. My weight loss and getting to where I'm at now and my current body fat percentage is simply because I've put in the time to get there. Anyways, I have a good metabolism. Well, at 24, I would hope so. Yeah, 110 pounds is what I took off from my heaviest. I didn't do myself any favors. I was clinically obese, and I smoked cigarettes for 31 years. And the only reason I made changes is because I got that health threat with type 2 diabetes. So I put it in the book. Yeah, I published a book about it in 2014. It's on Amazon. It's called Pushing Double Nickels. Hardback, softback, digital. In here, I'll show you. I got a picture in here of me at 252 pounds. Yeah, here it is. I also have, it's around here someplace, I also have the driver's license, and that's what this picture is from my driver's license picture in the early 2000s. That was me at 252 pounds. Woo! My BMI at that time was 38. 38. My BMI now is where it should be at 22. Hey Corey, how you doing? Glad you're on board. Anyhow, you guys, I'm getting ready to head out. It's been a little over 2 hours I've been down here playing around with you guys. I've had a blast, as I always do, especially when I can answer your questions, especially if I'm helpful. So if I've been helpful at all, I'd appreciate a like, fan me up. Like I say, I'm trying to, well, yeah, now I'm at weight, and I plan to stay at weight, permanent. You certainly wouldn't consider hiring me as a personal trainer or health coach if I was still 252 pounds. Anyhow, I appreciate you guys taking the time to at least listen to me, yammer at you. My goal is to help as many people become more healthy as possible. If I can help out on here, I plan to be on here every single day, doing what I do anyway. I do my stretching and my weights and do my stuff anyway. So if I can have you guys join me and I can answer your questions on becoming more healthy and more balanced, which is really the goal. I want to have a balanced person. What do you got here, Mert? If I want to save the world, I should be a vegan. If you want. Whatever floats your boat is what I say. Whatever makes you happy. If being a vegan makes you happy, go for it. Personally, I could do commercials for the beef industry, simply because I like beef. But now I prefer to eat smaller amounts of beef. I prefer to eat grass-fed beef, and that's important. If you want to eat beef, I highly recommend grass-fed. The body processes a whole lot better. And remember, it is a complete protein, which is what the human body needs anyway. If you're going to be a vegan, please make sure you balance your diet so that you get all of the proteins. And you can. I mean, you can have a very balanced and complete diet as a vegan if you simply watch to make sure you're getting all the proper proteins that you need in all the right balances. So, if being a vegan makes you feel better about yourself and makes you feel healthier, especially if it keeps you at weight, awesome. I appreciate it. Any of you guys, have yourself a good day. If you haven't hit me up on the fan yet, go ahead and do so. I'm heading out the door to go do my mileage. I have 4 miles waiting for me with my rock and roll going. So for me, it's something I look forward to every single day. Well, 6 days a week anyway. Appreciate it, Jabir. You get on that amnesia stuff, buddy. Seriously, you get in and get your doctor talked to right away. You need to find out the root cause of what's going on there. Because then you can actually do something about it. Until then, until you find out the cause, there's no way to figure out a fix, a solution. All right? Anyhow, you guys, I'm heading out. I'm going to go do some mileage. You guys can say bye to the 3 Zs, who are also going to go for a quick walk here now that Dad is done chatting with everybody. Zoe, everybody remember Zoe. My 12-year-old Chewini. Her story is actually in the book. Her rescue story is in the book. And Zeke, my Chiggy. He's about 4 years old now. You big baby, huh? You big baby. And of course, Zachary. Here, let's pick Zachary up so that he can say hi as we head out. Come here, baby boy. Oh, come on, baby boy. Oh, this is Zachary. Zachary is about 13 years old. He's a chug, which is a chihuahua and a pug. And he is just about the sweetest little monster on the planet. All my dogs have been rescued. All my dogs are rescues. I've been doing small dog rescue for 30-something years. And this little guy was abandoned in an apartment complex up in Whittier. Literally, they abandoned him. They stuck him. They left him stuck in the apartment, and they left. When the landlord, who ran the place, went and finally opened the apartment door, he went screaming out of there, half starved to death. I mean, he was about half the weight he is now. I had to go trap him. Well, I have a thing I bring with me every time I go for a dog rescue. One stop at McDonald's, I get a Happy Meal with nuggets and fries. I don't care what the dog is. They're either going to go for the fries or they're going to go for the nuggets, I guarantee you. So I wound up having to trap him in a carrier and got him into the vet the next morning. Oh, he was in sad shape. The biggest thing on him was the first thing that we had to remove, if you know what I mean. And now at 13, he's getting up there, the little old man. But he is a sweetheart, huh? Mind you, it's not my oldest pet. I have a 18-year-old tabby cat. Yeah, when you adopt a pet, it's for life. Theirs or yours. All right, you guys. Well, I'm getting ready to head out. Like I said, just wanted to say hi from... oh, of course. Yeah, all my pets are vaccinated. Are you kidding? My pets go to the vet regularly. They get their annual immunization shots. In fact, I just had Zoe in because she had to have her anal glands expressed. For those of you that have older dogs, you'll understand what that means. If you don't and you get a dog, you eventually will. But yeah, remember, taking care of a pet is the same as taking care of a child. They need checkups, they need immunizations, they need their teeth cleaned, they need all of the things done that children do, two-legged children do. When you have a dog or a cat or any kind of pet, being a responsible pet parent is part of that responsibility, taking care of them properly. So yeah, absolutely, Jabir. My four-legged kids are no different to me than my two-legged kids, and I've been through 4 teenagers, so I know what I'm talking about. You know, my two-legged kids and my four-legged kids, I treat equally, you know, pretty much. You know, I mean, they all deserve the same amount of love and attention from me, and the same amount of respect and responsibility from me. And if I started getting into the numbers that I know, because doing animal rescue as long as I have, I know all the scary numbers with all the animals that, you know, are killed every year in America. That's for another time. Anyhow, you guys, make it a great day. If you're sitting, get up, move. One of the things that we have a big problem with right now is too many people sitting around too much and too often. Take it from a guy who worked in computers 25 years. I sat around all day long working on the job, or sitting in a car going out to a meeting to sit down and talk about computer training for all the people that were sitting working on computers. Sitting is a problem in America right now. It's a way too sedentary. We've become a sedentary society. So my goal is to get you, one, up and moving, get you healthier, losing some weight, get you more balanced and happy. Reminder, 90,000 people go to sleep every night and don't wake up the next morning. So when your eyes open up in the morning, just remember, you're already on the positive side. Hey, think about it. Because 90,000 people went to sleep the night before and didn't wake up like you do. So every morning that your eyes pop open, you need to go, yay! And remember, everything from that point on is gravy. Literally. I mean, think about it. Just the fact that you wake up, you need to applaud yourself. So, have a good day. Have a good Saturday. Tomorrow being Sunday, I will be on again. So look for me in the morning. If you fan me up, you should get a notification when I'm on again. Hey, if anybody knows how to do that, how's it you save a moment on the wall? I'm trying to get my wall filled up. So if you guys know how to save a moment on the wall, somebody knows how to do that, I'd appreciate it. Trying to fill it up. Not that you necessarily want to see my ugly mug that much. If you want to do it, maybe I'll pick up one of the dogs. That would look a lot better. You know, hey, you know, some things can change and some things can't. At least it's not got the baby fat that it used to have. You know, unfortunately, it's got all the age lines now. But hey, you know, chronological age, emotional age, intellectual age, spiritual age, and mental age, they're all different. They can all be different. You know, for me, emotionally and mentally, I'll always be a lot younger than I am. For me, 58 is the new 38 as far as physical goes. And I plan to fully prove that, you know, when I hit 60, that'll be the new 40. And anybody else that wants to come along and join me, fine. Conversely, if you're sitting all the time and you're putting on weight and you're overweight and you're obese, 30 can be the new 50, guys. I have people we're hearing about that are dropping dead in their late 20s and 30s from heart attacks. You know, not acceptable. 2 years in a row, lifespans have shortened. So let's just think about becoming more balanced if that's what is going to be required to bring your health back into order. Whether it's physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, intellectually, it doesn't matter. Being unhealthy is simply being out of balance. Let's get back into balance. Anyhow, you guys have a great day. I'll be back on here yammering at you again tomorrow. Thanks for the time. Have a good one. Thanks, Shabir. I appreciate I was able to at least answer your question. I hope I was able to help a little bit. And like I said, if I've been any help at all for anyone, please fan me up. You guys have an awesome day in the meantime. And peace out, boo. You guys have an awesome one. Remember, get up, move as much as you possibly can. Take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow.